significant amount of data stolen from GIGABYTE. What was stolen, why, and how it was stolen.
Nothing like fresh meat.
The new equipment is great. I finally feel like I'm working at full speed.
Hi there, friend. Oh, hello there, friend. Have you been there long? What? Oh, heavens no. These bags under my eyes are just... how I look? Okay, you got me. I am pretty tired. But I can do this. But, oh my, I've forgotten my manners. Phil Hill, at your service. Yes, it rhymes. My parents had a thing about rhyming. My siblings are named Bill, Jill, and Sil. The Hills. What a thrill. But there I go again. You aren't here to talk about me. You're here to talk about List.
Sounds like we're about to hear a sales pitch.
You know, silly. List. The League of Independent Settlers? Do I detect a glint of recognition in your eyes? I think so. How can I help make today your very best day? Why, we help people. We get folks set up and able to start new lives in new places, free of governmental interference. We survey the stars, find suitable places matching people's needs, and get folks started with the essentials. I don't suppose you have a ship? Interested in earning some easy credits? That's terrific, because I have a lot of work needing doing. This stack of papers here, these are just the most recent applicants looking for new worlds to settle on. Everywhere I go, people are really excited about the prospects of living a truly free life, living where and how they want to. I've got a cargo hold full of stacks just like that. Oh boy.
That's not our problem.
Oh, of course not. I wouldn't make you do my paperwork for me. Although, I wouldn't mind the help. Oh, that's just a few applications worth. That's what the human touch looks like. No impersonal computer surveys or security breaches to compromise your private information. Just me and some good old-fashioned ink and paper. Every applicant gets a battery of in-person interviews and has every step of their application completed and carefully reviewed to ensure their particular requirements for the ideal location are understood and met to perfection. Try getting that from the UC or Freestar resettlement programs. Used to have an office on Aquila, but, you know, budget cuts. But it turned out for the best. Now they send me all over settled space where I can interface directly with the people. I'm a people person, as you can probably already tell. Fantastic! That's exactly the can-do, helpful attitude that List looks for in all its employees and contractors. We're looking for folks with ships and/or basic people skills to seek out suitable planets and leads on potential clients. I don't suppose you possess either of those qualifications? You know, I can tell that you do, just by the little we've interacted already. Most importantly, we need to collect data on habitable planets. The more habitable, the better. You know, the oxygen and water are musts. Other signs of life, even better. Secondly, we're always looking for new applicants. So, as you travel around meeting people, when the occasion arises, see if you can interest them in signing up for the list. I'm pretty sure I overheard some people in here talking about wanting to start a new life. Why don't you start with them? I am glad you asked. List provides members with a few tangible benefits and a few intangible ones. First off, we locate an ideal location matching the needs and desires of our members. After that, we provide transportation, as well as a starter set including basic hab modules, extractors, and seeds for farming, etc. Everything needed to get off to a good start. Then we set up a small encrypted satellite to aid communication between distant neighbors, and the rare list ship that swings by the sector to offer aid and trade supplies if desired. But more importantly, List provides its members the satisfaction of living on their own and on their own terms, independent and free from harassment and governmental interference. Bring any suitable planet survey data slates to me, and I'll happily pay you for them. And you'll also earn an immediate commission for each interested party who signs up for the list. So get on out there and make truly independent living a dream come true, and turn a few credits while you're at it. Excellent. Thank you for any assistance you could lend us. Whoops, nearly forgot. Take this.
Excuse me. Am I glad I got this job instead of minding some
Tell
dead
one day from the
rock-up
next
middle of
anymore.
nowhere. Time you went somewhere new.
Before you say anything, no. Mars is that. So much to do.
Mars isn't for everybody.
Deimos Star Yards may be the first major
The United Colonies Department of Labor
You haven't kept up with the times.
Hello.
Yes, what?
Hey, it's my personal savior. Thanks again for the assist. Hey, good to see you again. Still think there might be room for me on your crew? I'm a real expert in the gunner seat. Have to be, since I usually fly solo. I'll knock out any targets we come across. That's a promise. Okay, I'm game. I could use a break from the Sol system. Give me a few to get my things to...
A friend offered me a nice cushy office job, but I'll make it.
Damn it! Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. That wasn't directed at you at all. I'm just really stressed out at the moment. You're fine. Actually, maybe you can help me? I'm aware of what you did for Trevor. Don't worry, I'm not gonna say anything to Peter. I feel like I can trust you. I'm Gilly. I'm a psychologist working for Deimos, and I've been utterly swamped with work lately, trying to make a deadline. I could use a hand tracking down some of our employees and delivering psychological questionnaires to them.
Those psychological evaluations could prove useful to both Deimos and the miners themselves. Perhaps we should lend Gilly a hand.
It's not as sinister as you think. Basically, Deimos invests heavily in its employees and operations. In order to protect those investments, I was hired to perform periodic psychological evaluations. The company wants to identify potential erratic behavior patterns that might jeopardize the company's investments, and work with their employees to correct them. It's a lot of personal stuff. I'm not going to get into it with someone I just met. All you need to know is that I could really use a hand. You can? Oh, wow, thanks. I don't even know who I've got left in the stack, but take a look at the names and track them down. When they've all filled out the forms, just bring them back to me and I'll go through them. Just tell them you're assisting Gilly. Oh, and don't read what they write down. It's supposed to be confidential. Thanks again.
I haven't had a
never
day off
leave
in
these
3
people
years,
behind.
and I
Their
wrote the damn
continuity.
plan.
Success is my life's work. Hello there. Do I know you? Ah, yes. I seem to recall hearing about that. Well, it's nice to finally meet you. I'm Leona Hawks, Deimos Staryard's corporate liaison. Anyone who deals with our office likely deals with me at some point. I suppose I'll be seeing you around. Don't mind me. We've been contracted with the UC for decades to provide military-focused crafts for the entire fleet. It makes sense that they trust us, as Deimos is the oldest standing ship manufacturer in the settled systems. We were responsible for some of the major advancements in grav drive technology since the early days of its existence, so our legacy is strong. I coordinate between Deimos Corporate and the other operations, such as the Staryard itself, and the mining operations here on Sidonia. Deimos Staryards Corporation is a complex entity, given that the different divisions have different goals and priorities. My job is to make sure those are all in alignment. A psychological evaluation? Are you kidding me? Gilly, I'm the one who ordered this program in the first place. Do I really need to go through with this?
I'm well aware, but you are an employee and it is company policy that everyone gets one.
Okay, fine. Let me have it. Okay, this isn't so bad. Easy. Yep. You really want to know that? Huh? Okay. And done. There you go. Remind me to make myself and the other execs exempt from these in the future. We wouldn't be where we are if we were a liability.
Just bring back the computer evaluation.
Hey. Pardon. I'm looking for work. You hiring? Okay.
I can't believe she made me feel one so photograph.
What a long day. Hello, traveler. Will you join me for a while? You strike me as someone with an interesting story. Call it scholar's intuition. I appreciate the sentiment. I've never encountered another academic in Sidonia. May I ask what brings you here? Sightseeing on Mars. My intuition about you must have been correct. Most stop in Sidonia for the strong drinks at the Broken Spear. You must be more interesting than most people. It's going to be a philosophical text about my theories on the intersection between science and the divine. I've been studying that relationship for years, and I want to preserve my findings for future scholars. I appreciate the sentiment. Consider my interest piqued. I'd be happy to join you. I have a feeling this will be a fruitful... Are you willing to pay? I dislike taking money from friends, but I'll need some credits to stow my ship at Sidonia's spaceport. I'll work to make it up to you, naturally. Let me think about it. Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but you do have a point. All right, I'll do it. I can pay the rest of the fees out of pocket. I know a lot about starship maintenance, and I'm skilled at... I also think I'm a decent conversation partner. That has some value on long trips. Then we have an accord. I need to speak to someone at the spaceport about stowing my ship. We'll see each other again soon.
You can make a real good living working in mines.
Hey there.
Howdy. How goes?
Been serving drinks, got cold beers and good atmosphere. Not much more you could ask for. Only that I didn't care much for them getting disbanded years ago, and I don't care much for the rumors they're coming back someday. Don't be a stranger.
There's always something to do around here.
You're doing me a huge favor. Thanks.
Civilians like you should keep to the city interior and not...
Can't wait to get shipped off to another base.
Glad I'm training out here and not somewhere like on the surface at Titan.
Go to Mars, they said. The pay is great, they said. So's the crippling depression.
I'm thinking about joining up with some... I think that job would suit me well.
I have a pen pal in New Atlantis. We've never met.
We have the tech to instantly jump across the universe.
Whoa, hold on there. Are you supposed to be down here? You could get hurt without proper safety training. Oh, Argos. Didn't know anyone actually survived their operations. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I know Argos. They're good people. Their safety record's actually pretty good. They stand to beef up their security, I hear. But that's neither here nor there. I'm Salmon. Not Sammy, not Sam, Salmon. I don't do nicknames. I've been with Deimos for what seems like forever. So what I'm saying is, if you have questions, no one here knows these mines better than I do. Yeah, I get it. I'm old. To answer your question, though, no. This is the life for me, and I'm gonna do it until I'm dead or can't do it anymore. Whichever comes first. Not much. Been mining this rock for longer than anyone. Going on 30 years now. And before you ask, I don't talk about my life before that. Look, normally I wouldn't tell anyone. but I heard from Trevor how you helped us all out. The short answer is that I was a troubled kid. I stole. I accidentally got someone killed. I went to jail for a while, then came out all reformed. Most of the other miners have no idea, and I'd like to keep it that way. And it's fun to hear what kind of crazy theories they come up with. Like, did you know I was a spy sent by House Varun to steal secrets from Deimos? Ridiculous stuff like that. Sure, hand it here. Let's see. No. 10. No. No. Good. No. And there it is. Is that it? When you've been here as long as I have, you don't really have much more to say. This is just procedure to make the suits happy. They know I'm good. Anyway, see you around.
Hey there, you a new hire? I thought all our positions were full. Oh? Interesting. Usually she comes down here herself if she needs something. I'm glad she's finally got an assistant. Anyway, I'm Andres. Nice to meet you. Something else I can help you with? Let's just say that I've made enough here to retire early if I wanted to, and do something else with my life. Still not sure that's what I want yet, though. Other operations? I'd probably have to put in another 10, 15 years to get to where I am today. Deimos seems to prioritize its employees, which is a nice change of pace from the industry. About 15 years now. It's good work, good money. Only problem is that it keeps me away from my family. They live well, but I hardly see them. Who knows? Maybe this is the year I let my contract renewal lapse and I finally retire. Just for mining, not work entirely. I think about it every time my contract comes up. See, I'm quite a few systems away from my family. I get to see them whenever I get the chance, but it's hard watching my kid grow up without me. And it's not easy on his mom either. I'm conflicted because the job pays so well. And I want to earn enough so that my kid never has to do what I did to make ends meet. You're not wrong. It's becoming more and more clear that's what's important to me. But at the same time, they understand. Either way, it's gonna be a tough call. Oh, is it that time already? Sure. It'll only take a moment. Let's see. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, no. That question again? All right. Okay, that should do it. Here you go. Tell her I said hi, will you?
I don't actually like them. If you know anyone in need of food or shelter, please send them. Send them.
Mars is ripe with resources, which means there's always gonna be.
I know
Hopefully,
it's
when
tempting.
Gilly gets
Please
everything
don't be
sorted
the
out,
employee
she can handle all of this herself.
You've got all those forms filled out and returned. Anyone give you any trouble? Other than Leona?
I heard that.
No. You're just a nice person who agreed to help someone in need during a bad situation. This is a one-time thing. Technically, you're not even supposed to do that. But honestly, we're all overworked up here, and you can't really do any damage, so, hey. Oh, that's nice to know. This is still a fairly new process, but we've done a few of them now, so I'm glad they're taking it in stride. I'm not usually one to ask others to do my work, but you really helped me out big time, and I appreciate it. Here's a little something, as thanks.
Yes?
I could use a break.
Learning to accept the truth of higher power is key to understanding.
I swear, that warning klaxon still startles me every time.
But hey, if life
Do your part to keep Sidonia graffiti free.
Years ago, I moved to Sidonia unaware.
Got some news for you. My partner and
Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see anything suspicious.
Journalistic integrity at its finest. SS.
Found a clutch of heat legions.
can't believe we're still pulling up huge mineral deposits after all this time.
I still can't believe I had to fill out one of those evaluations.
So I've noticed you don't really come around the office much.
That is fantastic. When is the baby due?
It's not easy living in Sidonia.
Sidonia's not so bad.
How cool is it going to be to see Space Frog everywhere? Well, not everywhere, but all over Sidonia at least. It's okay, I guess. It's better than living outside, because Mars can't support life outside and I'd die. But maybe it would be nice to live on another planet someday. I think I used to when I was a real little kid. And sometimes my mom and dad would take me to visit my grandma and grandpa in New Atlantis. Not really. I mean, there's Taye. He's a good friend. But he's also one of my only friends. There aren't many kids on Mars, because my mom says that this is really only a place where people come to work hard jobs for a little while. But I wish there were more kids, because it gets boring, like when Taye is busy and my mom and dad are off working. Hi! Thanks for doing that for me. I wish I could do it myself, but having a friendly adult help me is almost as good. I know, right? Last time I did this, lots of people came over to tell me how much they loved it. I only hope these drawings stay up longer this time. Anyways, it's not much, but I got a little something for you as a thank you.
This unit is not designed for pleasant conversation.
I may be older, but I still got plenty of energy.
Careful near the railings on the upper levels.
lift off when you are, Captain.
Been in the Vanguard along. Hope the Black Sea is treating you all right. Sure, Captain. About 15 years. I joined up after my friend was hijacked and had a load of cargo stolen by some spacers while he was headed to Sidonia. I'd always kind of felt compelled to serve the UC, but my friend getting hit was the last straw. Turned out to be the perfect job. The Vanguard's chock full of good pilots who were committed to making things better for the average citizen. My kind of people. I go back and forth on it. On one hand, I kind of feel like I've abandoned my post. On the other, I don't know how much longer I could have stayed in the Sol system. That ecliptic hit reminded me how many enemies I have in the old neighborhood. I might have been in real danger if I'd stayed there much longer. And a dead Vanguard's no use to anybody. I handled all kinds of trouble in the Sol system. Sometimes it was simple stuff like towing stranded ships to Sidonia for a refuel. But every now and then, I got a whopper of a mission. The biggest one I ever took involved tracking down a Varun zealot that was shooting at civilian ships. I tracked him down and brought him into UC custody all on my own. One of my proudest moments as a Vanguard was when I handed him over to the Marines. You're as tough as any Vanguard I've ever met. You handle the ecliptic like a real pro. Maybe you should give the entrance exam a shot sometime. Being damn good at my job, that's how. I've been nothing but trouble for the criminals and smugglers in the Sol system since I joined the Vanguard. They've been trying to white line me for years, but no one's been able to swing it. I'm guessing my enemies pooled their money and put some real pros on my tail. It's kind of flattering that they sent in the big guns to do the job. I hope not. I'd never forgive myself if someone else on the crew got hurt because Ecliptic came after me. I fell for the oldest trick in the damn book. They hailed me for a cargo inspection on a frequency that I thought was legit, and I stopped. They boarded my ship and had guns in my face quicker than you can say grab jump. If it weren't for you, I'd been a goner. Maybe Constellation should go into the merc business too. I'd be happy to talk about that. Yeah, actually. A couple of times. Earth's not much to look at, but saying you've been there makes a decent bar story. First time I visited, I almost crashed my ship into an old Earth structure. I got caught in a storm right out of orbit and had to get out of the sky fast. I pointed my ship at the nearest patch of empty sand and started hauling ass for the surface. Thank God the clouds cleared when they did, or I'd be toast. Turns out that empty sand was actually the footprint of a giant pyramid. I almost came down right on top of it. That would have been one heck of a way to go out. I landed nearby so I could visit it when the storm ended. Wow, it blew my mind. That thing must have been built centuries ago, and it was still there. Crazy, huh? A mix of curiosity and responsibility. I wanted to see the old neighborhood, you know? But to tell you the truth, it wasn't exactly the awe-inspiring experience I was hoping for. I thought I'd feel some kind of connection when I landed, but I didn't. I guess there's some cool stuff to see if you're into history. But honestly, Earth's not much to write home about. Even Mars looks exciting by comparison. Empty, desolate, about what you'd expect from a planet nobody's lived on in a couple of centuries. It was damn quiet too, like walking through a graveyard. Save your jump fuel, Captain. Earth's pretty much a dust bowl these days. An old orbiting research station near Saturn. I was there investigating some strange grav signals, but I found a lot more than I bargained for. Turns out some local pirates had been using the station as a hideout. They blew the whole damn place to space dust trying to chase me out of there. I'm glad you took it off my hands. Damn thing wasn't worth a fraction of the trouble it caused. Whatever you need it for, keep me out of it. Sure, works for me. My daughter lives in the Sol system with her mom. I don't see her much, though. Kind of a sore spot. I wouldn't exactly call myself Dad of the Year. I was real young when she was born, and her mom and I could never make it work. Plus, with my job taking me to space all the time, and, well, you get the idea. I wasn't as involved as I should have been, and I've been kicking myself for it for years. She is an amazing young woman. I wish I knew her better. I've been thinking about it. Writing her a message, maybe starting to fix what I broke, you know? But I don't know if it's too late. She's grown up now. I don't know if it would make that much of a difference. Yeah, you're right. I'm kind of nervous, to tell you the truth. But it's about time I started putting her first. I'll let you know how it goes, yeah? I settled on sending her a message after we talked it through, but I'm still figuring out what to say. Nothing I've come up with feels good enough. Well, yes and no. I've spent my whole life in the old neighborhood. I was ready for a change, but I do feel kind of guilty about it. When I joined the Vanguard, I decided to take on the responsibility of keeping the Sol system safe. It wasn't official, just something I felt I had to do. I can't help wondering if things will get worse there without me to keep an eye on the place. Damn, that is a depressing thought. I mean, I guess you're right, but it makes the whole Vanguard thing seem a little hollow, doesn't it? Maybe I am better off out here. Not a problem. Nice talking with you, Captain.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am...
Scan any promising leads?
You help me with this, and I see a bright future in the Trackers Alliance for you. Good. I'm already getting readings from it. Nothing yet, but when he shows, we'll get him. Here's your pay. Think of it as your cut of the bounty for your assistance.
I don't think this game can get any better.
Now, we wait. We did, soon after you left the signal pinged. Soon as it did, I sent word to my fellow tracker, and he made a move on our guy. And on top of that, we bagged another wanted criminal. Turns out our guy was using the launch pad as a rendezvous point to traffic illicit goods, including human organs and worse. We caught the buyer as well, thanks to you. So, you're fixing to take yourself on a little bounty hunt. Well, look no further than the Broken Spear. The Trackers Alliance posts jobs on the mission board over there. Big old console, can't miss it. Now, look, much as I'm itching to get back out there and take down wanted marks on my own, I can't help you any more than that. So, Don't come crying to me if you can't hack it, you hear? Careful out there.
When you're ready to launch.
Lifting off now. Orbital pattern locked in. Gear looks green. Ready to land.